Claymore Lord here with another video. Before anything, I want to say like the video, comment, subscribe, and comment below if you've learned anything. And as the video above says, yes, we are talking about politicians' money. Yeah, let's do this. So, me personally, I am not a political person. The reason why I put this shirt on is because I coincidentally grabbed the shirt out of my closet and put it on. So, yeah. I am not neither Democrat nor Republican because they're not for us. I'm just going to say that right out the back. The fact that the government as it is now does not care about the U.S. citizens' well-being. Yes, you may have these small things like Social Security, food stamps, housing companies that are not companies but services that help people who don't make a lot to get a reasonable house for a reasonable price. I understand that. That is basically a form of them saying, hey, we're trying to help you so we can make y'all think that. But really, we're going to be taking more money out of everything else that you do. That's why a lot of people, Republican-based wise, are trying to take out our welfare system and stuff like that, Social Security, food stamps, and etc. The Democrats are trying to take the constitutional rights we have away, like to bear arms as before. As you can see, they've made a law for abortions in, I think, Ohio, I believe it is, to be illegal. Me personally, I am somewhat for that. Somewhat. But anyways, back off the political views. A politician, and the reason why I say this is in the government today, the problem is it's all about money. Money, 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 money. I understand money does do things, but when you are more obsessed about the amount of money in your bank account, I'm speaking for the politicians, if you are more worried about how much money is in your bank account than you are of how comfortable and how prosperous, how economically dependent this nation is, and the welfare of the U.S. citizens, you got your priorities backwards. Now, I did some research, and a basic politician makes $200,000 a year, give or take, roughly. Now, they are always saying, oh, we don't have the money to afford this. We don't have the amount of money to raise the minimum wage up to this. We don't have the amount of money to, invest in better schools, invest in better programs for people who go to prison. Basically, you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. But I've done the math. If you take $200,000 and you put it on a monthly check, each politician making over $200,000 is making $16,000 a month. That is a lot of money. $16,000 for me right now would be basically half of a brand new $40,000 car, like a Hyundai, a brand new one off the lot. Basically half of that paid for, but they can do it in 1 month. Now I even narrowed it down. Each politician making over $200,000 a year is making daily, every 24 hours, $600. $600 is the equivalent of my rent and my phone bill a month. I kind of want to put y'all in this perspective of, me as an individual and then a politician. They are making my rent payment every day. The entire 365 days. So, if you take that into perspective, the fact that they say they don't have the money to do something, but yet we who are struggling to get money are making sure our bills are paid if you have them. So, like if y'all have rent or water or electricity or cable or whatever, if you're struggling but you manage to get all your bills paid, how is it that with your $500, $600, $700 paycheck every 2 weeks or every month or whatever can get more stuff done than people who make $200,000. Do you understand where the problem in this government is right now? Whoop, had to get some notifications out the way. So, and I mean, I know I'm just a person, personally. I just can't do much because I'm just one person. I understand that, one person makes the difference, but yes, I do understand that, but then you got to realize that there are some things you can and you cannot do. I personally cannot go up to the government and tell them to completely change and expect them to do it. Boom. Can't do it. It's physically impossible. And just like how people say, oh, well, if you vote, then you'll change it. Okay, let's go to that particular argument. Okay, you want me to go vote, and then maybe something's changed. Okay, good point. But do you understand and realize that 1 million votes for a bill to get passed only has a 30% chance for it to pass? If you have 1 million people voting for a bill not to be passed, you only have a 30% chance to have it passed. However, on the other side of the coin, if a man has $1 million and goes over to a politician and says, hey, I'll give you $1 million if you make this bill pass or not pass. With that $1 million, they have an 80% chance of it passing or not passing. So yes, your 30% may have it pass or may have it rejected. May. But 30% is nothing compared to the 80% a millionaire can go over and say, here's $2-3 million, have it passed. Your 2-3 million votes basically mean nothing. So if I went down to vote, I'd basically be doing two things. One, having drama from people. Because if you're a Republican, you're going to have people from the Democrat side saying, oh, you're this, that, and the third. If you're a Democrat, or if you're a Democrat and you have, go vote, then you're going to have people from the Republican side saying, oh, you're this, that, and the third. So that's the first reason I don't vote. I just go with the flow. The second reason is I'll be wasting my time. See what I'm saying? If I know that by me voting for either or is going to cause me either or side to come at me with either hateful names, very harsh insults, or just straight out stress, what's the point of that? Because at the end of the day, the way I see it is, the government's going to do whatever the government wants to do. You can't really change it. It's got too many 40, 50-year-old guys in there who have so much power, so much money, that when they don't get their way, they throw a temper tantrum until something happens so that they get, basically they win. But if they don't, then they do everything they can to avoid or to prevent the other side from winning. But me, I may not have a lot of money, I may not have a lot of say in a lot of things, but I do have a lot of say in what is in my life. So I don't need the government to tell me how to do what I got to do. Yes, they may be able to take every dime I have from me. Yes, that might be the case. But I also have the ability to get a passport and go out of this country. You see what I'm saying? They have basically equal power over me as I do them. I could go, like right now, I could go over to, I want to say it's Sweden, I believe. Sweden or Finland, somewhere around there, and the minimum wage is $12.50 an hour, it's free house care, free job under people under the age of 30, free schooling for my kids so that I have one. If I get fired from the job that I'm guaranteed, I have a year of my salary to get me back into another job. It's just so many more benefits over there. The reason why I'm not over there and I'm still here is because A, I'm living my life the way I want to, and there's not really too many problems. That's how I think people should see things. If the government does not keep you from living how you want to, keeping you from being happy, keeping you from the things that you want, don't really care what the government does. I'll say like this. The less people, or actually if everyone completely stopped voting, like just stopped voting in general, just every 4 years when they had a new president and no one votes, I guarantee you 100,000 million% that the government will do everything in its power to change itself to benefit the U.S. citizens and basically be kissing our feet to get us back to voting. They will literally say, we'll give you this, we'll give you that, we'll give you this, that, and the third, just so you can vote for somebody in presidency. The government cannot vote for a president in there because that's our job. We're the citizens. They're the ones who are taking care of us, quote unquote, supposedly. So if we don't vote, they can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you got people who are going to vote anyway, so. Well, this has been a very interesting video that I've ever had. I really don't like talking about very touchy topics like the LGBT like I did before. I've talked on the racism, I've talked on the sexism. Now I'm talking on the political, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to either A, get a lot of comments based on, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, that, and the third, and you should be ashamed of not voting, you're not a patron, you're not this. I'm pretty sure I already know everything you're probably going to say, but I'm just going to ignore it because I'm not a 2016 born child who gets offended over every little thing. I'm from the 1990s. If I want something to happen, I'm going to make it happen. You see all them game systems over there? I wanted it. I went over and got them. I worked for them. People said, oh, I'm not going to get them. I didn't get offended because of their statement. I just proved them wrong. My own father said, you ain't going to graduate. The only reason why I graduated is because I wanted to prove him wrong. If he wouldn't have said that, I probably would have dropped out. You see what I'm saying? If people have this mindset that I have, a lot of people will be a whole lot better. I'm pretty sure the hate would go down, the I'm offended meme, or basically how people say, oh, I'm offended because you said something that offends me, is what? Like, okay, Johnny, you're stupid. Take that back. I'm offended. Okay, what's being offended gonna do? I mean, unless you're gonna fight them, I mean, nothing. Alright, well, this is your host, Claymore Lord X, out. Peace. Enjoy the video.